limited over cricket.
They are polishing the balls and swinging bats. The stars are coming out in coloured hats. Excitement is the ticket. This is one-day cricket. Once you've been at sea, you'll be back. Yeah, this is cricket 1980 style. It's slicker and it's quicker by a mile. The white ball is on fire. Each game the stakes get higher. There's a lot of reputation standing trial. There's England, the Windies, and the Oz. It's not quite the game of cricket that it was. They'll carve each other up in the World Series Cup. It's a three-way battle of the cricket gods. Come on, Ozzy, come on, come on. Come on, Ozzy, come on, come on. Come on, Ozzy, come on, come on. Come on, Ozzy, come on.
That should be very, very exciting. We'll be bringing you all three final matches, two of them from Sydney and one from Melbourne. And because there's no play tomorrow, which was the scheduled final day of this second test between Australia and England, we'll be bringing you highlights of a limited over match. That was the one England and West Indies played at the Sydney Cricket Ground under lights, a most exciting fixture. That will be with you as a highlight program tomorrow evening. Good night from the Sydney Cricket Ground, where Australia today defeated England by 6 wickets and clinched the series 2-0. November 28, 1979, an historic day in the history of cricket. The first time England and West Indies had met in a limited over cricket match since the Prudential World Cup, that exciting fixture at Lord's, and the first time England had ever played a cricket match under lights anywhere in the world. The teams for this game, first of all, the England side, skippered by Mike Brearley. They'd left out Geoffrey Boycott. They'd played Peter Willey and Ian Botham as all-rounders, and Bairstow came into the lineup instead of Bob Taylor. The West Indians, they were unfortunate that Viv Richards was out through injury, but Greenwich was there and in good form, Lawrence Rowe and Kalachharan, and they had played Croft, Holding, Garner and Roberts as their pace attack. Well, Clive Lloyd, the West Indian skipper, won the toss, put England into bat. The openers were Mike Brearley and Derek Randall pushed up into that spot. Here's Andy Roberts bowling the first ball in the afternoon, and he's bowling to Derek Randall. It's the start of play in this second B&H World Series match. Randall's on strike. He's off the mark straight away, and Andy Roberts is the bowler.
Mike Brearley, the England captain, he decided to come back down the order to number one. He likes batting number one, but he has been down as low as number 7 in some of the international matches. And he liked that. He's off the mark. Pushed through the covers. Lawrence Rowe after the ball. 2 runs. What a good shot by Derek Randall. He's been in good form. He's moving down the wicket like a gazelle. He'll be certainly looking for 4. And they're going for 4. And that's well run. 4 runs.
And that's beat him. Rather loose bit of fielding there by Lawrence Rowe. Really should have cut that off and limited that to a single. Instead, the batsmen have managed to take 3. Harry just perhaps pushing the ball through a little bit more than he usually does. Tends to give it a bit more air than this normally. And that's gone away. That's 4 runs.
That is a great shot by Mike Brearley. He's come down the wicket, smashed it straight down the ground, in the air, but firmly to the boundary.
Brearley's on 9 19. Randall 43, no wicket for 70. That's a good shot away in front of square, beating those two men waiting behind the line of square for the lofted shot. It takes Greeley now onto 23 and the total to 74 without loss. Oh, what a marvellous catch. Really was a super piece of cricket there from Gordon Greenwich. No way in the world he could have caught that first go, but he had the common sense to push it up in the air.
Really hit that shot particularly well, right off the middle of the bat, up in the air, taps it up, eye on the ball. Marvellous catch, Gordon Greenwich, and England have lost their first wicket for 79.
And they would have stopped a little bit. That or he played just that little bit early. Joel Garner has picked up the second wicket. Caught Harry Garner, and Derek Randall is out for 49. Quite a simple catch that. And it's now 2 for 88. Six overs gone, just past the halfway mark in this 50-over-a-side match. And that's a good start. What better time to get one to drop on the batsman advancing down the pitch, and the spin did the rest.
Gano nominating that one particularly well, and you want to think he was an old-time spinner. England 3 for 91.
It's one of his favourite strokes there, and just in front of square leg. That's good running too. He had to stretch a bit towards the end.
Woolley giving himself a lot of room for that shot, and Kalacharan counted it off. It's 4 runs.
It's turned out a great shot. Mid-on, mid-wicket. Was the man down a deep, fine leg. 3 men on the onside. The left-hander.
Nobody can get anywhere near that. There we go, laying the cut on it. 4 runs.
42nd over. 3 for 160. Colin Croft now has gone over the wicket. Going to Gower.
That's gone. Clean bowled. He changed from round the wicket to over the wicket. And the first ball he bowled over the wicket to David Gower. Looking for runs, and his off stump flew out of the ground. Clean bowled by Colin Croft for 44. That is England's 4th wicket.
That's the mid-wicket right there, and then right up in the boundary. Behind that mid-wicket, got 2 men for the big hit.
And that's a well-hit shot. That's right down the ground. This could be 4. Roberts just can't get there in time, and that's a good shot by Ian Botham. Well hit straight down the ground. Very good shot indeed. 4 runs. Fine shot. And a bit of wayward cricket there by the West Indies. Could be trouble here. No one at the stumps, and a ricochet from the bat, and Joel Garner is not at all happy about it. The West Indies have looked a little bit rattled today on occasions, and certainly no more than then. 4 for 179. That's a good shot. Certainly not orthodox, but he...
That's a fine shot by Willie, obviously giving himself a bit of room as he has been throughout this innings, and
he's got that away pretty well. That's 4 more runs. The runs really coming in a flow now for England. And very expensive here, Michael Holding. He's off a short run. And here's one of the fastest bowlers, if not the fastest in the world, and off a short run and being hit about the field. Joel Garner should have been bowling the whole while. Right up to the bat, both on goes, and that's 5 for 195. And he's appealed against for a caught behind. He's out caught behind. Hot shot ball. Murray went down, took the catch, claimed for it. Both of them remained there, and eventually the umpire gave him up. Here it is.
The batsman was concerned as to whether it carried. And it probably just got there. Good catch by Derek Murray.
There's his 50.
Certainly been a fine innings by Peter Willie. He's played an unorthodox knock, but a very effective one for England.
Certainly seeing the ball very well indeed, Peter Willie. Getting it away on almost every occasion, giving himself room, and good return there from Lawrence Rowe, limits the batsman to just one. So that's the 200 on the board for England. And I'm sure that that is highly satisfactory from their point of view. The fact that they've scored so far in this over means that the West Indies will go through their 50 overs without having bowled a single maiden. Of Jeff Miller, beaten there by Roberts' slow ball. They'll be going for anything here. And there they go. And he's gone. Yes, he's out. Run out, so the run doesn't count.
So 212 to win for the West Indies, and that won't be easy. Some good batting there from the England side. Good innings from Randall, 49. Nice opening partnership of 79 between Randall and Brearley. Got them away to a very good start, and that splendid stroke play from David Gower. And then Peter Willie, perhaps he's made a claim here for test matches later in the summer by playing so well in the limited over fixture. The most successful West Indian bowler was Joel Garner with 3 for 31. So 212 to win for England. Here's the first ball of the West Indies innings, and it's Graham Dilley bowling to Gordon Greenwich. Over him. Desmond Haynes is gone. He was going to throw all caution away and try and take to this young blonde-haired fast bowler from England. He paid the penalty, 19 runs on the board for the loss of Haynes' wicket. And there's another one put down, this time Randall. So 2 chances missed and 1 wicket down. It was a flashing drive from Gordon Greenwich, right in the middle of the bat. Cloud cover has come in. There's no forecast for rain, and a smaller crowd than the one here yesterday evening to see Australia defeat West Indies in the first match of this series. And this is the catch that was almost the first wicket to go down. It was a pretty good effort. I had the feeling he might have started a fraction late. In the end, I was surprised he got so far across. That was the first drop chance. Then Haynes' wicket fell, and then Randall dropped another chance. It just could be Gordon Greenwich's night. He's had 2 lives so far, and he's hit 3 glorious boundaries. That one past square leg, equally as good as the other 2. That's 1 for 26.
Not quite as much excitement in the first 10 overs of England's batting as there has been in the West Indian batting.
he hits them, they stay hit.
If he feels as though he's perhaps been out of the runs a little bit lately, it looks as though he's going to attack his way back into them.
A great stroke. That's a beautiful shot. He's done it again. He's still limping and smiling. That's a great shot. Straight into the crowd. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rows back, that went. Good hit.
Here's the footwork. And look at that head, stay down. Perfect example.
4 more runs to Lawrence Rowe, but he hit that off without middle stump hitting against the spin. It is Gordon Greenidge, Jeff Miller, the bowler. That's going to be out, shaken by Bob Willis, and Gordon Greenidge has gone. Second wicket down for the West Indies. 68 for 2. Bob Willis made that catch look very easy.
Poor shot from Gordon Greenidge, looking to pull it, but coming off that wicket straight too quickly and up pitched a little bit too far up, and presenting a nice catch down to mid-off of Bob Willis. And a relieved Bob Willis. 2 for 68, West Indies.
The West Indies 2 for 99, still requiring 5.13. That's their 100 on the board. Rowe moving up to 44. Nice looking shot off the toes. They're going for the second run. They'll have to hurry. And diving home, there's a beautiful run out. He seems to have got there, but he really had to dive in. And Lawrence Rowe seems to be amused about it, but I don't think that Alvin Kallicharran really is.
Good throw, just a little bit wide. Had it been over the top of the stumps, that really would have been out. And let's have a look, he's only just it.
And Lawrence Rowe's 50. Still light rain coming down on the SCG. It's got a little bit heavier recently, and I wouldn't be surprised if the umpires decided to go off in a short while. And of course, this is what could well affect the overall position of this game. And you can see the ball has become very slippery there, and Derek Randall losing possession and very quickly getting back into control. He's quite a character, Derek Randall. I think he's got some rain in his eyes there. And he may also have the lights in his eyes. Perhaps that's what he's seeing or not seeing. It looks now as if the umpires are going to go off and call the covers on. So I think we could find a situation this evening where overall scoring rate will count, and it really is now teeming down here at the SCG.
Well, that rain meant the loss of 22 minutes play, and it also meant that the target for the West Indians to win the match was reduced from 212 to 199. Immediately after the players came back on the field, Peter Willey was the bowler, and here's Lawrence Rowe on strike. That's a fine blow away to the mid-wicket boundary. West Indies have to go at it with everything they have at the moment. That's the end of the first over after the break, 2 for 128. Shout, and in trouble here. Randall. But the run out wasn't necessary because Arthur Watson at the far end had raised his finger for the LBW appeal. Well, there goes the finger of the umpire at the bowler's end. In any case, he was run out, but he is given out leg before wicket to Bob Willis. Bob Willis, I don't think, was too interested in that side of it. He was more interested in whether or not Derek Randall would pull off the run out.
and West Indies now 3 for 133.
Oh, what a good catch that was. For a moment I thought really it overbalanced and the ball was going. It was a splendid catch, and Clive Lloyd has gone for 4. Caught really by Willis, and could that be the turning point?
Once again, we get an example of the Lloyd straight drive. He picks that one up, puts it on the rise, just over Brealey's head, and a very good recovery there from Mike Brealey. Kept his eye on the ball all the way when it left his hands.
It's in the air. And a very fine catch by David Gower. Brealey's delighted, so too the rest of the England team. And that's 5 for 148 now.
We see Murray not to the pitch and scoops the ball virtually into the air. And look at David Gower's head and eyes on the ball all the way, head very still. Great example of catching to a young player. 5 for 148, the West Indies.
And that's gone well bowled. That pitched and it turned and it hit the off stump, and Parry's gone. That is the 6th wicket going down, and he's not very pleased about it.
Derek Underwood's 2nd wicket in this spell. Parry playing inside it. Distracting turn. A vital breakthrough for the West Indies. England really getting amongst the West Indies batsmen now. 6 for 155.
And he's gone for the big one. It's up in the air. Derek Underwood's underneath it. And he dropped it. He's dropped it, and they're going to get 2 runs. Well. And Derek Underwood who did such a fine job with that over, then missing this catch. He looked as though he got it covered, Keith, all the way.
Yes, he had plenty of time to get underneath it. It was hit virtually straight down to him. Freddie, all he had to do was move to his left, try to catch it down low, instead of perhaps getting it on the chest.
Derek Underwood again. And that's up in the air, and I think that's going to be 6 runs, no problem at all. What a smash by Andy Roberts. It's in the air again. What a magnificent catch! That man, Derek Randall. What a catch! You just can't keep him out of the game, can you?
What a pearler of a catch. Andy Roberts just chipping it away on the onside. We see Derek Randall diving not only sideways but behind him and crashing to the ground and holding on to it. Look at the applause of Ian Botham coming in, and justifiably so, to a magnificent catch. And 7 for 177, the West Indies.
Oh, and a missed catch there by David Gower. And instead of a wicket, it's a run, and David Gower can't believe his eyes. Attempting the Yorker again, well run. How is he? And he's gone, run out. And that was 1 wicket that England desperately needed, and the West Indies couldn't afford to lose. Beautiful piece of fielding there by Graham Gooch. 1 stump to aim at and hit it.
Yes, and Graham Gooch getting the wicket that they wanted. You can see a moment of hesitation. Kallicharran deciding to go. Gooch coming in from the point region, picks it up and underarms it. Contact out. Alvin Kallicharran diving for the crease. It's 8 for 185.
And this is how the last wicket went down. Alvin Kallicharran run out.
And inches from that crease, Fred.
That's up in the air, and David Gower's under it, and he's taken it. That's the 9th wicket gone. Derek Underwood's 4th wickets. Beautiful piece of bowling by the left-arm spin.
Yes, once again pegging away at that leg stump, forcing Michael Holding to take the risk, and a good outfield catch here from David Gower. Summing it up beautifully. getting right underneath it, the hands in front of the chin, and a fine outfield catch by David Gower. 9 for 186.
Nice Joel Garner to face Ian Botham, his Somerset teammate in county cricket back in England. The last over, 10 runs needed for victory for the West Indies and 1 wicket needed for a victory for England. So it's all on as we start the last over. Joel Garner's whacked that down the ground. They'll be looking for 2.
Listen, well placed. But I think he had a lot of control over it, but went straight for 2. 7 fieldsmen out on the boundary. It's pretty hard to penetrate them. So the lob in between could be the one to win it, Fred. 8 runs from 5 balls now.
Ian Botham has got to stick that ball right in the block hole. Don't give the big fella a chance to swing. It's 4 deliveries left. 8 runs needed. I tell you, Keith, it's really building up, isn't it, eh?
So I don't know whether that's a smile on Big Joel's face or what. Certainly not one on Mike Brearley's face, urging his fieldsmen on.
Still anybody's game. Mike Brearley still moving the field around. In fact, there's only Mike Brearley. He's at cover. The whole of the England fielders are on the boundary, apart from the bowler wicketkeeper and Mike Brearley at cover. And that's up in the air, and they'll be looking for 2, and they might be too deep, you know, and they're going to get 2. Now then, there's a decision here for Mike Brearley. Has he got his fielders too deep? Or is it 2 runs every time he chips it through there?
Really like the traffic cop down at the corner of Spencer Street. Fred, moving men everywhere. Moving in a yard here, a yard there. He's got to watch these 2s.
And that's up in the air. Will they go for 2? If they go for 2, I think there might be a run out. It wasn't a great throw there from Jeff Miller under pressure, but at least they only got 1 run.
Joel perhaps hit that too well. May have been better just easing it out onto that onside. Went too quickly down to Jeff Miller. Colin Croft was looking for 2, but would have been run out certainly. Bad bounce there too, Fred, for the keeper.
2 balls remaining, 5 runs wanted. How close can you get to a decision? And Colin Croft not noted for his batting. Will he try to get a single and give Joel Garner the chance of hammering a boundary off the last ball, or will he go for a big swing himself? We'll have to wait and see. And he's hit that in the air. They're going to take 2 runs. 2 runs, and it's all on the last ball because it needs 3 runs. And Mike Brearley giving everybody the talk here. And even David Burstow, now look at this, is coming back. Now this is absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
Well, Fred, if there's a place to win it, it was with the nick, I think, and that's why he's dropped him down. But the Sydney crowd started a few hoots coming from it. They're not impressed with these field placings.
They couldn't have done this, of course, with those restrictive circles. It's all on the last ball. It's going to be 1. And it's clean bowled. Bowled round his legs. England have won by 2 runs. West Indies needed 199. They're all out for 196.
Just 3 short of victory, the West Indians, and what an exciting game of cricket that was. Some very good batting from Gordon Greenidge and Lawrence Rowe, and Kalacharan, until his run out, looked extremely dangerous, but the tail just couldn't do anything with Derek Underwood, who bowled extremely well for his 4 wickets. What a great bowler he is in all conditions. And Bob Willis, 2 for 35, chimed in just at the right time. Well, that was a most exciting game. The first fixture West Indies and England have played in limited over cricket since that Prue World Cup, and perhaps a prelude to the Benson and Hedges World Series Cup finals in Australia this year. It looks to me certain that England will go through to the final, and I'm pretty sure that the West Indies are going to be their opponents. And we'll be bringing you highlights of those 3 finals, 3 one-day finals, on BBC Two as they're played. So for the moment, from the Sydney Cricket Ground, it's good evening.